All right, all right. We are live. Hello, hello, hello. You are tuned in to Katie Talk 101. And I am coming today because my son actually brought something to my attention about the movie The Conjuring 3. So, anyone out there who may have been interested in seeing this movie, or anyone who probably have seen this movie, you may want to watch this video all the way to the end before you think about seeing the movie. And it's really, really important that we really monitor what our children watch these days. So I wanted to come with this video just talking about some information that I ended up finding out about an incident that happened to a person that went and seen this movie. Hello, hello to everyone in the chat room. I hope you guys hit that thumbs up video when you come in. Please make sure you tap that subscribe button if you have not, and become a member of the Talk Nation family. Here, over here. Oh, you wanted to see that? Yes, I was thinking, I actually wanted to see it myself. I actually have this app on my phone and it's called Moosey. And you actually can see, well, they do show a lot of ads, but you can actually see lots of movies and sitcoms for free. And I was thinking about seeing the movie myself actually. And I'm glad that you are here. So make sure you pay close attention to this information. So this, I'm going to start by showing this that I ended up getting. And let me make sure I shout out the news article I got it from. So I got this from I think this the Jacobson Post. Jacobson Post. They the one who came with this news story. And this broke actually on Wednesday. So it broke yesterday on June the 16th. And okay, so here's the title here. An audience member was possessed during the Conjuring 3 screening in theaters. In the ad, the person that actually filmed it, they posted it to TikTok. They ended up, what's up, D1? Hey, thank you so much for tuning in, D1. Thank you. And so they ended up posting this some footage to TikTok. And in just a minute, I couldn't find the TikTok footage, but they do actually show, they didn't show the close up situation, but they showed it kind of from afar. So I'm gonna show you another situation in just a minute. Just a second, let me close my door. Okay, Jermaine, keep it down. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to start off reading this ad. Thank you guys for being here. And make sure you hit that like button. Okay, so this was dropped on the 16th of June. And it reads, a viral video Monday, June the 14th. So that was this past Monday. And it captured a scene when more than one audience member in the movie theater, this was a movie theater that was showing the Conjuring movie. And it says here that actually this was the Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. So it was seemingly the person had ended up getting possessed and had to be taken away. So the EMT actually ended up having to take this person away out of the theater. And then it says that a TikTok video was posted by a user that goes by the name of, I think his name is Weedy Weed. So the video ended up going viral, and it was showing how they had to stop the movie midway. So the movie, they were like in the middle of the movie, and they had to stop the movie midway. And it's showing that people were gathering around someone who were screaming and shouting as if they were possessed. I actually heard the person screaming from earlier, but didn't know that they were possessed. And then it says that they actually had ended up hearing them screaming, and then suddenly the rows behind them, in front of them, they started to get a little rowdy. So I guess they heard that person screaming and they started to get scared in a little bit, like kind of frantic. Just imagine you being in a movie theater, a scary movie at that, and you start hearing screams like ah ah. Oh my goodness. And when I play this other video, you guys please brace yourself because it is pretty disturbing what I'm gonna play in just a little bit. What's that? Layla Anthony. Oh, Layla Anthony did Layla Anthony passed away? Oh wow, I gotta look that up. I'm gonna look that up as soon as I get finished talking about this. Most definitely, D1. I'm gonna look that up. But yes, just imagine you being in the theater. What's up, Joy Chit Chat? Hey girl. It's so good to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. But one thing that really, really caught my attention is that I actually wanted to watch this movie. I wanted to like watch it with my kids or whatever. But once I seen this, it kind of swayed me away from actually doing it. And then it says I actually heard the person screaming and shouting from earlier on, but I didn't know that they were possessed. And then suddenly rows behind me, they started getting rowdy. And several minutes later, the lights came on and the movie was paused. And the people that were screaming, they were escorted out of the theater. So that's what the person that said it was in the theater. And it said the video was shared across social media platforms with many users watching the pulsating the possibility in the incident. So a lot of people was watching it. And some people were actually saying, oh, they were just trying to get attention. That's what some people ended up commenting. What's up with your money boy, Trey? Money boy, money boy. Oh, I like that video you posted earlier. I watched that video you posted, Trey. Oh, it had me laughing. Oh my God. Especially what he said about Willie D at the end. Okay, so so at the end, it ended up saying this video was shared on multiple platforms on social media, and then a person ended up saying that they believe the person who was screaming and hollering in the theater, they believe that they probably ended up having like a panic attack. And it says just like when someone ended up having a seizure as they were watching the Joker. So they said when somebody was watching the movie The Joker, that someone ended up having a seizure. And then it goes on to say that the movie contains various scenes of demonic possession and exorcisms. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, 2021 is based on a trial of somebody named Cheyenne Johnson in a murder case that happened in Connecticut in 1981. Wow, that was the year I was born. Now, isn't that something? That was the year I was born, and I am presenting this video right now. Oh, wow. When you guys come in the building, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you tap that subscribe button if you have not just yet. Please and thank you. So, yes, this movie was actually based on a true story for those who may not know. And as far as the phrase that they say, the devil made me do it, this was particularly because it was marketed the first time in the United States that a defendant claimed demonic possession as a defense. So the person actually said the reason I did this because I was possessed. The horror movie is a sequel of the first and the second Conjuring movie, which were released in 2013 and in 2016. It is currently showing in many theaters across the country. Okay, so that is it on that. So I am going to skip over to another. This is another scene. I'm going to go ahead and share this screen here. So I'm going to go there, and I'm going to stop sharing this, and I'm going to go here because I want you guys to see this for yourself. I was actually at work with my coworker, and I was telling her that I was going to do this video. And shout out to my coworker if she's in the building. Her name is Rebecca. I don't know if Rebecca, there she is. Hey, Rebecca. Look, I was just talking about you. What's up, Rebecca? Thank you for being in the chat room. So, you know, I was going to talk about this because I was actually discussing it with my coworker. So I'm going to let you guys listen to this. If you guys are a little squirmy, if you are a little, a little scared of things like this, right now I suggest that maybe you might want to turn away because I'm going to admit it is just a little bit disturbing. This is actually a piece of what happened when someone went to see The Conjuring 2. And as I just told you, part 1 came out in 2013. Part 2 was in 2016. So this right here, this is fair use. I'm going to go ahead and play this, but this is a scene that someone actually recorded that happened in the theater in 2013 while someone was in the Conjuring 2 watching the movie. So you guys brace yourselves. I'm going to push play. So take a close listen to this. Let me see. I'm going to kind of make it big on the screen so you guys can see it. Let me make sure that you see it. I'm going to try to make it as big as possible. Let's do the full screen layout. And here we go. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to play this. Let me go here. It is in full screen. Perfect. Okay, so you guys brace yourselves and take a listen to this. All right, so that is actually what happened in the theater.
You need help.
Hold on.
Let God help you through this. Grace, your past.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing that. So you guys seen that, right? Okay, so that was really, really spooky. That happened in 2013. That ended up happening in 2013 during the Conjuring movie in the theater. So when I ended up seeing that, I was like, wow. And you know, the first thing a lot of people think, like, that's not real. Maybe that's just promotion to get people to come into the theater or something like that, because some people do kind of pull stunts to kind of sway people in. Shout out to the chat room. When you come in, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you tap that subscribe button when you come in. But you know what? I ended up looking a little bit closer to some other things. When I was over here, let's see, this is the news article. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to share the screen one more time because I want you guys to be able to see this. because some stuff you probably think, oh, they're just pulling our legs. I don't think this is real. But something kind of told me that maybe this could be true about the people who are being affected that are going to see movies like this, especially when it comes to The Conjuring. There was a movie that came out probably, I think it was like an '08, maybe 2010, I'm thinking, but it was called Paranormal Activity. And I remember seeing that movie, Paranormal Activity, and I was like almost scared to even go to bed because I didn't know whether that movie was true or not. But that movie, Paranormal Activity, it was not actually true. It was actually that was just actually like a written movie that someone ended up making. I guess it was just made up. But this right here, let's see, I'm gonna go here. Right here. Okay, this is the one. Okay, let me make sure I'm sharing it so you guys can see it. I'm gonna try to make it as full as possible. I know it's kind of small on here. Okay, so I made it a little bigger, and I'm gonna read off these news articles that popped up when I ended up Googling this. Okay, so that's what I ended up reading. Okay, so this was The Conjuring 2. This was The Conjuring 2. Let's see. It says watching it. Let's see. Watching The Conjuring 2, it can haunt your house or even kill you. So that this is what this article says. And then it goes on to say The Conjuring 2 is dangerous to watch. According to the Telegraph, it appears that watching The Conjuring 2 can get you killed or simply haunt your house. And while none of the scenarios sound like fun, there have been a few incidences worth being worried about. Just last week, a 65-year-old man died right in the cinema. This was in the movie theater, the cinema, while watching The Conjuring 2. And this happened in India. So this was in India back in I guess 2013 when part 2 came out. So he ended up dying. It says the death had took place it is a long word. It's somewhere in India. You know, they got them long words that people can't hardly pronounce. But it says which is located in India in the state of Tamil. Okay, it says, okay, so this is the news article right here. It says a man in India reportedly died while he was watching The Conjuring 2. And then it goes on to say, while watching The Conjuring 2, the man complained of chest pain and then he fainted. He was then taken to a nearby hospital, but doctors said he was already dead. But most interesting part is that his body has gone missing. So they say that that man that passed away, no one ever found his body. Imagine that. Not only the body, though, but also the person who transported his body. Meanwhile, so the person who transported the body came up missing as well. And then it goes on to say that the doctors, the doctors went to the body to be transported to the government medical college hospital for more examination. So they wanted to take the body in to examine it more. And then so they couldn't find a body. And it says that the story has understated, triggered quiet, supernatural panic, and it has startled people across social media. But many Conjuring 2 fans, especially those who have watched the film and are safe and sound, believe that there was a rational explanation for both the death and the missing bodies. And while the story added extra horror to the film, many moviegoers sold their tickets after hearing about this news. But not only the supernatural incidents surrounding The Conjuring 2, a video recently surfaced on the internet showing a woman allegedly getting possessed while watching the horror film. And that was actually the film that I showed at the beginning where the red movie chairs was. That was the actual scene. Yes, Rebecca, this is crazy. This is so crazy. So those bodies came up missing. The man who was supposed to take the body off and the actual 65-year-old man who died in the theater, bodies are missing and they have not yet found them. And then let's see down here, it says, and while such stories add to the horror, let's see, surrounding the Conjuring 2, the video most recently surfaced of the woman getting possessed. Let's see which stars. So this movie stars someone named Vera, and then somebody named Patrick Wilson. And it says that the video, which was uploaded on Facebook last week, this article is from 2013, so this is old. It says the video was uploaded to Facebook last week, and it has been viewed over 5 million times. Many news sources have already reported the alleged possession as a fact. But some social media users claim that the video allegedly showing the possession was recorded in 2013, long before The Conjuring 2 was released. But I think it was released in 2013, if I'm not mistaken. And then it says, but it appears that not only viewers of The Conjuring 2 are in danger. So it's saying that the people that are in this movie, you scared, Joy? Look at Joy. She like, oh my God. I hope you ain't watched that movie, Joy. Because I have not watched it and I do not plan on watching it. And, I'm not trying to hate on anyone who made this movie or anyone who directed it. I'm not trying to take money out of your pocket, but I'm just trying to put my people on full aware of what could possibly happen if you were to watch this movie. So reading this article, and there are a few other articles, I'm going to read through about one or two of them. I don't want to hold you guys here for too long, but I'm going to read another one after this one. So it says, but it appears that not only the viewers of The Conjuring 2 are in danger of encountering paranormal activity, but also the stars of the film, according to Patrick Wilson. So the Patrick guy, he is the person that played the lead character in the film. And says that his house could be haunted. So the guy that's in the film, which is this man, and I think this is the man who plays the if I'm not mistaken, I believe this guy plays the priest. So he said that his house seemed like it was haunted. So Patrick, he ended up saying in a part of the film that was released in 2013, and he repressed the role of paranormal investigators Ed Warren in The Conjuring 2. And while everything was fine in the first movie, there's something about the second installment that has paranormal activity surrounding it. Wilson is no stranger to horror films, all kinds of paranormal activity. The 42-year-old actor started in Insidious. Oh, that's a scary movie. That movie is scary. I don't know if you guys remember that. But it says Conjuring 2, let's see, it got him and his family scared. So he said that him and his family, I guess, are walking around in fear. It's really crazy when it comes to these actors because, I don't know if you know anything, heard about how actors have to prepare for their roles in these films, but they actually have to embed themselves in the character. So it's almost like they have to physically, mentally, and emotionally become this person who they're playing in these films. And let's see, it says that the report 10, they said the recent interview with the independent Patrick Wilson, he said that he heard kids' laughter in his house. So he actually heard the laughter of people in his house. Unrelated to these movies, I've heard people on two different occasions say they've heard laughter in the middle of the night in my house and that it used to freak out his wife. Oh my God. You know what? I can't even finish reading this. Let me see how much is this. That's almost at the end. Let me finish reading it. Let's see. But preparing to play the part in The Conjuring 2, Patrick Wilson, he asked Lorraine, who played as Vera. So I'm thinking Vera was that wife who ended up getting possessed in that part too. Let's see. In the minute of his kids' laughter in the house, and all she said was that sometimes kids' spirits want to play. But that's not the only case of the paranormal activity encountered by the cast. During the filming process of the original filming of The Conjuring that was released 3 years ago, the actress Joey King was developing bruises all over her body. And the most interesting part is that at one point of the film, her on screen mother, Carolyn, wakes up with the similar bruises. I remember that part because I remember seeing part two. And after part two, I was just not really amped about seeing anything else. Let's see, what is this right here? Okay. Okay, so this is the man. I believe this is the part when they was talking about the 60 some year old man who ended up passing away. Let me see. Get rid of this ad. Let's see. I can't. Start free travel register. Okay. So this thing is like trying to pause me. Okay. So I'm going to go back here. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, Joy, is that the link to y'all StreamYard? Is that my StreamYard? Let's see. But what do you guys think about this? This is a little creepy. This is creepy, creepy. Let me see if I can drop the link. Oh, thank you so much for dropping the link, Joy. I want to see if you guys want to hop on for a second and perhaps talk about this spookiness that's going on. Hold on. Let me turn this down. Oh yeah, but this is something else. This is something else. I was just thinking, I've always been a really, really, really big fan of horror movies, but I'm just a little spooked out right now. Like I'm feeling like, ooh. And you know what? I think when it comes to horror movies and stuff, oh, thank you so much for dropping it too, Joy. If you guys want to come on and talk, Rebecca, if you want to come on, talk to me about what do you think about the articles in these, and you guys seen it for yourself. These are actual news articles. When it comes to the 1 minute video clip that I showed at first, at the beginning of the video, there was an actual video clip. You guys can look it up on YouTube yourself. I'm not pulling your leg. All of these articles are real. So I'll give you guys a second if you want to come on and let me know. As a matter of fact, I remember when I posted the article on Instagram, because sometimes you guys make sure you go follow me on Instagram at Katie Talk 101. A lot of time before I talk about certain things, I do kind of post it just as a little bit of advertisement. I will post it sometimes on Instagram, just so you can see what I'm gonna talk about. Oh yes, you had goosebumps on your arm. I remember that. I remember that. I'm trying to see if I can. Let me see if I can highlight your comment. But I remember when I started talking about it, Rebecca, You had goosebumps on your arm. You look like you was so scared. Like the hairs literally raised up on her arm. And yes, I mean when me and you watched that video, the one that I showed at the beginning of the live, when me and her watched the video, we was like, "Oh my god!" Because it's like that girl who was in the movie who got possessed. She sound like a lion. It sounded like a lion roaring. It was, oh my god, it was very, very scary. But what do you guys think about this? Do you guys still plan on perhaps watching The Conjuring? Are you brave enough? Do you plan on watching it? I know I don't. No, no, no. I'm gonna leave that up to the other people. But I don't think I'm gonna watch this movie here. It is some, I don't know. We got news articles speaking about this possession, and right when I try to click on the article talking about the 65-year-old man that died inside the theater, that's when the big ad popped up. Let me see, is that ad still there? Hold on. Okay. Okay, I think it went away, but let me make sure. Mm, okay, there you go. Let me see if I can show this to y'all because it looked like that ad went away. So I'm going to show this to you guys right quick. Okay, go here. I'm going to share. Yep, it looked like that ad went away. So I want to read this right quick because I know this one of those little websites is similar to like Daily Beast and Daily Dot. They just have ads all over the place, and you got to kind of click here and click there and get rid of the ad. So let's see if I can make the screen bigger because I want you guys to be able to see what I'm seeing. Okay. Okay, so here you go. Okay, Conjuring 2. Watching the Conjuring 2 can haunt your house to even kill you. Let me see. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna try to click on here again to see if I can read this. Okay. Okay, it looked like that ad came up again. So they really don't want me to read this, do they? Let me see. Okay. Okay, let me go back. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here. Yeah, this ad it keep on coming up. They don't want me to see it. Yep, they always got their little way of trying to block when we trying to find out some information. They got their little way of trying to stop it. Let me see if I can go back. Mm-mm. Yep, it keep on popping up. Well, that's kind of strange. That's kind of strange right there. But there was, oh yes, before I forget, I'm gonna see if I can show this. And this is fair use. I don't want nobody to try to come along and could be, let's see, it could be God blocking you from seeing something bad. Oh, you sure right, Rebecca. You are sure right about that. I didn't even think about that. Because every time I tried to click on that, you are so right. It could be God trying to block me from seeing something bad. You right about that. Because every time I tried to click on that article, it always popped up. I stroll a little bit and it'll pop right back up. But there was something I did want to show you. And it's basically okay, let me get that out the way. So this I'm gonna find it before I start sharing it with you guys first. It was a video that I was watching. It was right after my son had showed it to me. Because this is my 12-year-old son that came to me with this information because he watches TikTok all the time and he always see like a lot of different I just got goosebumps again. Oh my God, you just got goosebumps again. Oh, girl, that is crazy. That is crazy. This one video I ended up running across though. Now it wasn't a long video. You know, I'm not trying to have a movie night on YouTube or nothing. But this video that I'm talking about that I really want you guys to see really quick is it's actually talking about the man who this movie was based off of. And it was actually a man who ended up getting possessed. And it's kind of like one of those stories where you know you see the man who got possessed in all of this, and you're like, why didn't his wife just leave him? Okay, let me see. You know how you see these you see all of these movies, and then you see this person that start to get possessed, and you think to yourself, why didn't his wife just leave him? Or you think, why didn't she just check him into a mental institution? Because I don't know if you guys know, but in the past, I mean, it even speaks about possession in the Bible. But I know in past, when people have went through things like this with family members and stuff, most of them never bounce back. Most of them never bounce back to being themselves. Most of these people have to go and live in institutions for the rest of their lives and things of that nature. But you know what? I really don't want to play these people movies because you know YouTube, they real strike you for playing certain stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find this movie and I'm just gonna copy the link and I'm gonna drop it in the description box below. So you guys make sure in a little bit you just come back because I'm gonna drop the link. But it's kind of giving a history on what this movie was based off of because I really want you guys to see it and maybe you can get a better understanding of how things went. And I feel like maybe it's just this man who this movie is based off of. It could be the spirit of him attaching himself to people who watch this movie. That's what I was thinking, most definitely. If anything else come up about this story or some more stuff is like highlighted, I most definitely will be coming with a part 2 on this because I really want to see how that young lady is doing, the one in the theater. Like I said, sometimes when these kind of possessions happen, people don't just bounce back and go back to their regular lives. Some of these people have to spend the rest of their lives in mental institutions. So our heart and our prayers go out to this young woman. And I just want to send my heart and my prayers out to this young woman. And you know, before I actually went live and did this, I lit my sage. I said a prayer. I got a stick of green sage over here. I walked throughout my house and I burned this sage, and I'm just like, yes, cover me, Lord, cover me, because I feel like this information it needs to be out before people actually watch this movie with their family. I think, you know, somebody probably need to come to Katie Talk One-on-One and watch this video before you're thinking about watching that movie, The Conjuring 3, or any other Conjuring movies. But you guys watch your surroundings, protect your energy, and hey, just stay prayed up. So thank you. Let's see. Okay. Let me see. Do I know where she from? Do we know where she from? Let me see where this girl from. Let me look this up right quick. That's a good question. Let me see. Because I know it said it in the ad, but let me make sure. Let me see where this happened. Cause you know it's really funny, but someone was telling me I I'm not even gonna lie. I really can't pronounce this, but I'm gonna type it in the chat room where she's from. Okay. Okay, so this is where she's from right here. I'm gonna type it in the chat room. A-A-T-I-A. Yeah, so I'm gonna type this in the chat room and put it in the chat room, and you guys can kind of Google this and see exactly where it's from. But I do know it is in the United States. Is this in the United States? I believe this is in the United States. I believe it is. Let me see. Okay, let's B Bekasi. Okay. I never even heard of this place. Let me make sure I spelled it right. Okay, so I'm gonna share that, and that is where the person is from. Okay, I never even heard of that place before. Have you guys ever heard of that place? I can't even pronounce it. So don't start me the line. But this what I do. When I can't. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna put this in. Okay, so I'm gonna put in pronounce. Cause whenever I can't pronounce a word, I always go to Google. I always go. What you say? What you say? Heck no. LOL. That's the same thing I said. I'm like, where is this place at? I never even heard of it. Yes, hit that like button. Thank you so much, Joy. Yes, you guys, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if you have not. And you know what? I really enjoy doing stuff like this when it comes to like research about different stuff. I think I'm gonna start bringing more stuff like this to my channel, most definitely. Just about like little different situations that happen. Like I remember when I was on the Wiley show, and I kind of been procrastinating about this situation, but let me tell you why. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, and I know Rebecca, you are from Arkansas. You from where I'm from, so you know I'm not lying, Rebecca. You guys, there is a possible serial killer that's been on the loose here in Arkansas. First, there was talk about a serial killer out in Hot Springs. They say that this possible serial killer was around like campsites, and he's been stabbing people. So there's been multiple people stabbed in a time like of a few months, like very short, like back to back to back. So there is a possible serial killer on the loose. And let's see, that's in Indonesia. Indonesia. Oh, okay. So Indonesia, that's somewhere overseas. Okay, that's in Indonesia. Okay, okay. So yeah, Rebecca heard about it. So yes, there is a possible serial killer around Little Rock. So most definitely I am going to do some extra research on it because I have been doing my little research here and there, but they ended up finding out there's a possible serial killer around Little Rock. And you know, you guys know that's the city I'm in. So the areas where it happened is really, it's not like way too far from where I reside in Little Rock. So most definitely I'm going to probably go to the police station, get a little bit more information, and I'm going to come with some information about that. I gotta see when my next off day is, so I'm gonna set up everything and I'm gonna post it some hours before I go live. because I want you guys to really, really follow this situation here about this possible serial killer in Little Rock. But you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Become a member of the Talk Nation family, where we gather and we share information and we talk about our feelings and all that good stuff. But you guys, please, please, please stay prayed up. Let's see. I hope you have some protection. Yes, I have some protection, most definitely. Most definitely. And you know, when I told my son I wanted to talk about the serial killer, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. When I told my son I wanted to talk about the situation about the serial killer, he was like, Mama, you need to wait for them to find a serial killer, then talk about it. So I was like, yeah, yeah, you right about that. But I was just thinking, like, you know how the kids was in Scooby Doo. Hey, there's a mystery that needs to be solved. Let's get on it. So you know, sometimes if you're kind of being in the position of a journalist and you're having like journalistic tactics and stuff, sometimes you do have to be a bit brave and step out there on faith, you know. Sometimes LOL, smart man. Yes, that's how what he said. Mama, let them find the serial killer, then you do something on it. Yes, he a smart man. I ain't raised no dummies. But yes, he is smart. Yes, it says ghost can be good. A ghost can be good or evil. Those are human attributes. Yup, that's so true, Trey. That is true. Those are human attributes. Yup. Now that's true. It really is. So that possession ended up happening in Indonesia. So that's somewhere overseas. And you know, that's really something. A lot of those possessions, well, it was a few things that did happen over here in the United States, but I do notice even when it comes to the Conjuring, when it comes to a whole lot of those possessions where you see the priest had to go to the person's house and they had to go in with holy oil and a crucifix. A lot of those things, it seemed to happen a lot overseas, in other countries and stuff like that. But there's been a lot of it happen in the United States as well. I just think when it comes to the situations that happen in the United States, I think sometimes people just don't take it as serious. Because you guys know how we are over here in the United States. I mean, we joke about a lot of stuff. We joke about a lot of stuff. I mean, it's people that have, you know, it's comedians on stage making jokes about the coronavirus. I probably shouldn't even say that word, but that make jokes about the pandemic. Excuse me, you too. And you know, some people sit around and laugh about that. And you know, allegedly it's been millions of people that passed of it. So it's some things that we joke and make light of that probably is for real and probably is true. So I just think sometimes, you know, some things I'm not gonna say everything that you hear you should look off into, but it's some things that happen that you probably should take serious. Because just like with me sitting up here talking about the situation with the Conjuring 3 in the possession, everybody that come across this video, they're not going to say, oh my God, I'm never going to watch that. It's probably going to be some people listen to what I'm talking about and be like, oh, y'all, let's get together in a party and watch that. And let's see if anyone gets possessed. Oh my God. Yeah, let's bring the beer, bring the food. Let's make it a party. And then somebody end up, you know, God forbid, somebody end up getting possessed for real, and they're gonna be sitting around, oh my God, we were just trying to have fun. I can't believe this. You know, so it's some things that you should take serious because you know what they say, you know, sometimes before something happened, you know, God sends us warnings. a warning comes first. So I don't know if you guys seen the movie or not. I don't know if you plan on seeing it, but I'm just gonna say protect yourself, have your sage, stay prayed up, protect your family. And I think when it comes to things like this, when I seen the video when they were in the theater with all the red chairs, the girl she actually sound like she was young. She sound like she was young. So when it comes to certain things and when it comes to being very accessible to spirits, I'll say like two people that are very prone to being affected by different spirits are younger people and people who are kind of like mentally ill. They are more prone to be affected. I'm not saying just regular people can't be affected, but if you're dealing with some kind of mental illness, or if you're very young, like children, I say especially, even from teenagers on down, they are very, very, very vulnerable when it comes to being accessible to different spirits. So most definitely watch what your children are watching and just be careful and stay prayed up. I really enjoyed myself with you guys today. I really enjoyed myself, and it looked like I got in 50 some minutes. I'm going to be praying for my family and make sure that they don't watch it. Oh, please make sure your family don't watch that movie, Rebecca. I'm glad you talked to your daughter too. And thank you so much for being here too, Rebecca. And thank all of you guys. Thank you. I really enjoyed y'all, and I love y'all. Empathetic people are prone to. Oh yes, if people are empaths are very vulnerable. Empaths are so vulnerable. Like a person can come to you talking about some bad news, or they could be talking to you about some sad feelings that they're feeling, and we can start feeling those same sad feelings, and we didn't even go through it. So people out there, all of you empaths, please stay protected. Please carry your protection stones on you. I got some actual stones that I carry on me at all times. So please stay protected. Stay protected. Especially if you're an empath, especially if you're an empath. Uh, oh yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rebecca. And I always try to come with a live at least once a week. You know how hard they be working us, Rebecca. But yes, I try to come with a live video at least once a week. I try to do at least 1 to 2 uploads. I just do little stuff to try to stay relevant. I don't get hundreds of thousands of views just yet, but it's coming. But yes, I always just try to put out look good news, informative news. Sometimes the celebrities be out here acting a fool. I may come with a couple of celebrity stories every now and then too. So it's a little bit of variety over here. I'm not just all up in the mess, all the YouTube gossip all the time, but every now and then, some things pop off on YouTube, and we get to talking about it. I haven't yet got around to talking about, you guys know, Wiley and Armand. They ended up, kind of making up. Well, they ended up talking some stuff out. So I'm most definitely going to come with a video about that. I'm going to try to get Wiley on here to speak about his side of it and how he's feeling and all that good stuff. But yes, you guys, I sure appreciate you being here. I got to go and pick my son up. He just started his first job. Congratulations, son. I'm so proud of you. But yes, guys, I love you all, and thank you all for being here with me. I love you, and I will be back. So make sure you be watching the community tab, because I will share my videos. And on Instagram, if you follow me, I most definitely will be posting little articles and stuff like that before I talk about certain things. So you guys, thank y'all for being here. Hit that like, subscribe, and I will most definitely see you guys next time. Peace. And I love ya.